Hello, brothers and sisters. Today's testimony isn't just emotional, it's dangerous, raw, and happening right now in Sudan. This testimony comes from a Sudanese army medic who once prayed 5 times a day, sacrificed for his country, and believed he knew exactly who God was, until a moment changed everything. Why did he risk everything? His family, his uniform, even his life to follow Jesus Christ. As always, let's pray for each other. Now let's hear our brother's testimony.
God stepped into my life in a way I cannot ignore. I feel like if I do not share this, my people back home, the great people of the nation of Sudan, who are going through one of the worst moments, might never find hope. I just want to share my testimony, how God spoke to me through my son. My name is Ibrahim Hassan Al-Tayeb. I am from Sudan, from Khartoum. And I am here today because my son saw tomorrow before it came. Let me start from the beginning, because you need to understand who I was before you can understand what happened to me. I was born in Khartoum in 1975. My father was a teacher at a government school. My mother stayed home and raised 6 children. I was the 3rd child, 2nd son. We were Muslim family, very devoted. My father would wake us for Fajr prayer every morning before the sun came up. We would pray 5 times every day. We fasted during Ramadan. We read the Quran. This was our life. When I was young, I wanted to be a doctor. I would see doctors in our neighborhood, how people respected them, how they helped people. I thought, this is what I want to do with my life. Help people, save lives. But in Sudan, if you want to be a doctor, you need money. Good schools, university, medical school, all of this costs money. My father was just a teacher. We had enough to eat, we had a home, but we did not have money for medical school. So, when I finished secondary school, I joined the Sudanese Armed Forces. They have a medical corps, you see. They train you to be a medic. It is not the same as being a doctor, but it is close. You learn to treat wounds, to stop bleeding, to save lives on the battlefield. And they pay you. They give you training for free. I was 19 years old when I joined. It was 1994. I thought I would serve for a few years, learn what I needed to learn, and then maybe I could become a civilian doctor later. That was my plan. But life does not always follow your plan. I served in the military for 29 years. 29 years. I became a senior medical officer. I trained younger medics. I served in different parts of Sudan. In Darfur during the troubles there, in South Kordofan, in Blue Nile State. I saw terrible things. War is not like in movies. It is not clean. It is blood and screaming and young men dying in your arms while calling for their mothers. But I did my job. I saved many lives. When soldiers were wounded, I would stop the bleeding. I would stabilize them. I would get them to the hospital. I was good at my work. The commanders respected me. My fellow soldiers trusted me. I got married in 1998. Her name is Fatima. She is a good woman, very strong. We had 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. My oldest son is Ahmed. Then came Hassan. Then my daughter Zainab. Then my youngest son, Omar. Ahmed was always different from the other children. Even when he was small, maybe 5 or 6 years old, he would say things that made no sense. He would tell us about dreams he had, strange dreams. One time he told us, "Mama, do not go to the market on Thursday." My wife laughed and said, "Why not?" And Ahmed said, "I don't know, but please don't go." My wife thought it was just a child being silly, but she was busy that Thursday anyway, so she did not go to the market. And that Thursday, there was a bombing at the market. 3 people died. After that, we started to pay attention when Ahmed told us about his dreams. He would dream about small things mostly. He would tell my wife, "The chicken is sick, you should check it." And the chicken would be sick. He would tell me, "Baba, your friend Hassan is going to visit today." And Hassan would come. Nothing big, you understand, just small things, but always true. As Ahmed grew older, the dreams became less frequent. By the time he was a teenager, he rarely mentioned them anymore. I thought maybe it was just something children do, and he had grown out of it. Ahmed joined the military too, like his father. He became a communications officer. Hassan, my second son, he studied engineering at university. Zainab got married to a good man, a teacher like my father was. And Omar, my youngest, he was still in secondary school. We had a good life, not rich, but comfortable. We had a house in Khartoum, in the Omdurman area. We had enough food. My children were educated. My wife was happy. I was respected in my work. We prayed 5 times a day. We fasted during Ramadan. We gave to the poor. We were good Muslims, trying to follow the right path. But in Sudan, there is always politics, always tension. The military and the Rapid Support Forces, the RSF, they were supposed to work together. But everyone could see they did not trust each other. They were like 2 dogs circling each other, waiting to see who would bite first. I did not care about politics. I just did my job. I treated wounded soldiers. I trained medics. I went home to my family. That is all I wanted. But in April 2023, everything changed. The fighting started in Khartoum on April 15th. I remember the date because it was a Saturday. I was at home with my family. We heard gunfire in the morning. At first, we thought maybe it was a robbery or something. But then, we heard more guns, big guns, explosions. My phone rang. It was my commander. "Captain Ibrahim, you need to come to the base immediately. We are under attack." I told my wife, "I have to go." She was scared. The children were scared. But what could I do? I was a soldier. This was my duty. I went to the base. It was chaos. The RSF had attacked multiple military positions across Khartoum. They wanted to take control of the city. Our forces were fighting back. There were wounded everywhere, soldiers bleeding, screaming for help. I worked for 3 days straight. Maybe I slept 2 or 3 hours total. There was no time to rest. Men were dying. I had to save them. That is what I trained for 29 years to do. On the 3rd day, I was able to call my wife. "Are you safe?" I asked. "Yes," she said. "We are staying inside, but Ibrahim, the fighting is very close to our house. I can hear the guns. The children are terrified." "Stay inside," I told her. "Keep the children away from windows. I will come home as soon as I can." But I could not go home. Every day there were more wounded. The fighting spread across the city. Both sides were bringing in more forces. The RSF controlled some neighborhoods, the army controlled others. In between was hell. I did not see my family for 2 weeks. When I finally got home, for just a few hours, I almost did not recognize my own house. The windows were broken from a nearby explosion. There were bullet holes in the walls. My wife had moved all of us into one room, the room with the fewest windows. She had stockpiled food and water. My children looked at me like they had seen a ghost. Zainab's husband was there too. He had come to help protect the family. "Baba," Ahmed said. He was 25 years old, a man, but he looked at me with the eyes of a scared child. "How long will this last?" "I don't know, my son," I said. And I did not know. I had seen wars before, but this was different. This was 2 parts of our own military fighting each other in the capital city. This was Sudanese killing Sudanese in the streets, where our children played. I could only stay for 3 hours. Then I had to go back to the base. The weeks passed. The fighting did not stop. It got worse. The RSF took control of more areas. They were not like professional soldiers. They were more like militias. They looted houses. They attacked civilians. Stories came of terrible things: rape, murder, torture. I heard from other soldiers that in some neighborhoods, the RSF was going door to door, looking for army officers and their families. I started to worry. Everyone knew I was a senior medical officer. If the RSF took our neighborhood, if they found out where I lived, my family would be in danger. But what could I do? I was still needed at the base. Men were still dying. And I had taken an oath. I had served for 29 years. I could not just abandon my post. In June, 2 months after the fighting started, I was able to visit my family again. Just for 1 day. The situation in our area was a little bit calmer. When I arrived at my house, Ahmed was waiting for me at the door. His face was serious, worried. "Baba," he said, "I need to talk to you. Alone." We went to the roof of our house. In better times, we would sit on the roof in the evenings to catch the breeze. Now the roof was damaged, but we could still sit there. "What is it, my son?" I asked. Ahmed looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "Baba, I had a dream." I felt something cold in my stomach. I had not heard Ahmed talk about his dreams in years. "Tell me," I said. "I dreamed 3 nights ago," Ahmed said. "And then I dreamed the same dream again 2 nights ago. And again last night, the same dream, 3 times." I waited. My heart was beating fast. "In the dream," Ahmed continued, "I saw our house, but it was destroyed, completely destroyed. The walls were rubble, the roof was gone, and there was blood everywhere. Baba, there was so much blood." "Dreams are just dreams," I said, but my voice was not steady. "No, Baba, you know that is not true. You remember the market. You remember the other times. My dreams are not just dreams." I could not argue with this. It was true. "In the dream," Ahmed said, "I saw soldiers coming to our house. RSF soldiers. They were looking for you. They knew you were an army medical officer. They came to kill you. But you were not here, so they—" He stopped. His hands were shaking. "What did they do?" I asked quietly. "They killed everyone," Ahmed whispered. "Mama, Hassan, Zainab, Omar, even Zainab's husband, everyone. They said if they could not kill the officer, they would kill his family, to send a message." I felt like I could not breathe. "When?" I managed to ask. "When does this happen?" "I don't know exactly," Ahmed said, "but in the dream, there were Eid decorations in the house. Mama had hung them up. That means it is close to Eid al-Adha." Eid al-Adha was 2 weeks away. "There is more, Baba," Ahmed said. "In the dream, after I saw our house destroyed, I saw something else. I saw you. You were alive, but you were far away. You were in a different country, a green country with many trees, and you were—" He paused, struggling to find the words. "You were different. Your face was different. Not physically, but like you had become a different person. Like you had found something you were looking for your whole life, but did not know you were looking for it." "What does that mean?" I asked. "I don't know, Baba. But in the dream, you were peaceful, more peaceful than I have ever seen you. And you were alive. That is the important part. You survived, but only because you left before they came." I sat there on that damaged roof, looking out over Khartoum. I could see smoke rising from different parts of the city. I could hear distant gunfire. "What are you saying?" I asked Ahmed. "That I should desert? That I should abandon my post and run away?" "I am saying you should save your family," Ahmed said. "Baba, this war is not going to end soon. You know this. And the RSF is taking more territory every day. Eventually, they will come to our neighborhood. And when they do, if you are here, we all die. If you are not here, maybe they leave us alone. Or maybe we can hide. We can pretend we do not know where you are. But if you are here when they come, there is no chance. None." "I have served for 29 years, I said. "I cannot just leave." "Baba," Ahmed looked at me with tears in his eyes. "I have seen this dream 3 times. 3 times. Do you remember the market? Do you remember the chicken? Do you remember all the other times? When have my dreams ever been wrong?" I could not answer because he was right. His dreams were never wrong. "Where would I go?" I asked. "Even if I wanted to leave, where would I go?" "Uganda," Ahmed said immediately. "You have a cousin in Kampala, Uncle Mustafa. He went there years ago for business. He could help you. And from there, maybe Egypt, maybe Kenya. But you have to leave before Eid. You have to leave soon." We sat in silence for a long time. below us, my wife was preparing food. I could hear my younger children talking. Normal sounds of family life, like the war was not happening all around us. "I need to think," I finally said. "Don't think too long, Baba," Ahmed said. "Please." I went back to the base that evening, but I could not focus on my work. Ahmed's words kept echoing in my mind. I had seen what his dreams could do. I had seen them come true too many times to dismiss them. But how could I leave? I was a soldier. I had taken an oath. And more than that, I was a medical officer. Men depended on me. If I left, who would treat the wounded? Who would save the lives that I could save? For 3 days I struggled with this decision. I prayed. I asked Allah for guidance, but I heard nothing. Or maybe I heard something and did not want to listen. On the 4th day, one of my fellow officers was killed. His name was Major Khalid. We had served together for 15 years. He was my friend. The RSF had captured him when he was traveling between bases. They did not just kill him. They tortured him first. They cut off his fingers one by one. They wanted information about army positions, army plans. When we recovered his body, I had to identify him. I had to look at what they had done to my friend. That night, I called my wife. "Start packing," I told her. "Pack only what you can carry. Important documents, money, whatever jewelry you have, nothing else." "Ibrahim, what are you saying?" "We are leaving Sudan," I said. "All of us. We are going to Uganda." "But your work, your position." "My position will not matter if I am dead," I said. "And you will not matter if you are dead." Ahmed had a dream. He told me, and I believe him. There was silence on the phone. Then my wife said, "When do we leave?" "As soon as I can arrange it. Maybe 1 week, maybe less." I did not tell my commander I was leaving. I could not. He would have arrested me for desertion. I just kept doing my work, treating the wounded, training the medics. But in my mind, I was already gone. I contacted my cousin Mustafa in Kampala. "I need help," I told him. "My family and I need to come to Uganda." "Brother, what is happening?" he asked. I told him everything. The fighting, Ahmed's dream, the danger we were in. "Come," Mustafa said. "Come as soon as you can. I will help you." Getting out of Khartoum was not easy. The airport was closed. Many roads were blocked by fighting. But I knew some people who knew people. This is how things work in Sudan. You know someone, they know someone else, and maybe you can get something done. Through a friend of a friend, I arranged for a truck to take my family south to the border. It cost almost all the money we had saved. But what good is money if you are dead? On June 27th, I left my post. I just walked away. I told the other medics I was going to check on some supplies in the warehouse. Instead, I went home. My family was ready. My wife had packed 1 bag for each person. Documents, money, a few clothes. That is all. Everything else, our furniture, our belongings, 25 years of marriage, my children's toys from when they were small, my mother's jewelry that my wife was supposed to pass to Zainab, all of it, we left behind. Zainab was crying. Her husband had decided to stay. His family was in another part of Khartoum, and he could not leave them. So my daughter had to choose between her husband and her family. She chose to come with us, but it broke her heart. The truck came at midnight. The driver was a Darfuri man who knew the roads, who knew which checkpoints to avoid, who knew how to move in a war zone. We climbed into the back of the truck. There were 6 other families there, all fleeing like us. We were packed in like sardines. It was hot. It smelled of sweat and fear. As the truck pulled away from our house, I looked back one last time. I had lived in that house for 20 years. My children had grown up there. I had thought I would die there as an old man, surrounded by grandchildren. Now I was running away in the middle of the night like a criminal. The journey to the South Sudanese border took 3 days, 3 days of hell. The roads were terrible. We had to hide when we heard military vehicles. Twice we had to bribe soldiers at checkpoints to let us pass. We had very little food, very little water. My youngest son, Omar, he got sick from the heat and the bad water. He had fever and diarrhea. I treated him as best as I could with the small medical kit I had brought. But I was so afraid he would die on that truck after everything, that he would die on the journey. At night, we would stop in small villages. Sometimes people would share food with us. Sometimes they would chase us away, afraid that refugees would bring trouble. I kept thinking about what I had done. I had deserted. I had abandoned my post. I was no longer Captain Ibrahim Hassan Al-Tayeb, senior medical officer, respected soldier. I was just a refugee, a man with nothing, a man running away to save his life. My wife never complained, not once. She took care of the children. She shared our food with other families in the truck who had less. She comforted Zainab when she cried for her husband. She stayed strong when I felt weak. On the third day, we reached the border. The South Sudanese border guards looked at our documents. They saw my military ID. I thought they might arrest me, send me back, but they just stamped our papers and waved us through. From South Sudan, we took a bus to Uganda. The bus was crowded, but better than the truck. Omar was starting to feel better. Zainab had stopped crying so much. When we crossed into Uganda, I felt something I had not felt in months. Relief. We were out of Sudan. The RSF could not reach us here. We were safe. We arrived in Kampala on July 3rd. My cousin Mustafa met us at the bus station. He hugged me and cried, "Brother, you are alive. Thank God you are alive." He took us to his house. It was small, but he made room for us. His wife cooked food for us. Real food, not the scraps we had been eating on the journey. That night, I slept in a bed for the first time in 3 days. My wife was beside me. My children were safe in the next room. We were alive, but I could not sleep. I kept thinking about the men I had left behind, the wounded soldiers who needed treatment, my fellow medical officers who were still there, still working, still trying to save lives while I had run away. I felt like a coward. The next morning, I tried to call Ahmed. He had stayed in Khartoum. He was still working as a communications officer. I needed to know if he was safe. The call would not go through. I tried again and again, nothing. For 3 days, I could not reach him. I could not reach Hassan either, or any of my friends in Khartoum. The communications networks were damaged by the fighting. On July 8th, 5 days after we arrived in Uganda, I finally got through to Ahmed. "Baba!" His voice was breaking up on the bad connection. "Baba, are you safe?" "Yes, my son. We are in Kampala. We are safe. Are you okay?" "Baba, they came yesterday. The RSF. They came to our house." My heart stopped. What happened? I was not there. Hassan was not there. We had moved to stay with friends on the other side of the city. But the neighbors told us, "The RSF came looking for you." They asked where the medical officer was. The neighbors said you had left, that you had fled with your family. The RSF soldiers, they got angry. They went into our house. They destroyed everything. They were looking for anything valuable. They broke all the furniture. They set fire to the house before they left. I could barely speak. Our house? It is gone, Baba, completely destroyed, just like I saw in the dream. The walls are still standing, but everything inside is burned. There is nothing left. I thought of my mother's jewelry, my children's photographs, 25 years of memories, all of it gone. "But you are alive," I said. "Hassan is alive. That is what matters." "Yes, Baba, because you left. If you had been there, they would have killed you. And maybe they would have killed all of us, like in my dream. But because you were already gone, they just destroyed the house and left." After I hung up, I sat down on the floor and I cried. My wife found me there, crying like a child. "What is wrong?" she asked. I told her about the house, about everything we had lost. She sat down beside me and took my hand. "We did not lose everything," she said quietly. "We lost things, just things, wood and stone and metal. But our children are alive. You are alive. I am alive. Things can be replaced. Lives cannot." She was right, but it did not make the loss hurt any less. The first weeks in Kampala were very hard. We were staying with my cousin, but we could not stay forever. We needed to find our own place. We needed to register as refugees with UNHCR. We needed to figure out how to live. I could not work as a medic in Uganda. My Sudanese qualifications meant nothing here. I had no license, no certification. I was just another refugee. I found work as a security guard at a shopping center. Me, a man who had been a senior medical officer, who had saved hundreds of lives. Now I was opening doors and checking bags for 12 hours a day. It was humiliating. My wife found work as a house cleaner for a wealthy Ugandan family. Zainab helped her. Between the two of them, they made a little money. We rented a small 2-room apartment in Kisenyi, the refugee area of Kampala. All 6 of us lived in those 2 rooms. We slept on thin mattresses on the floor. We cooked on a small charcoal stove. We had to share a bathroom with 3 other families. This was our new life. Every day, I would wake up and wonder what I had done. I had given up everything. My career, my home, my dignity. For what? To live in poverty in a foreign country? But then, I would remember Major Khalid, my friend, tortured and killed. I would remember Ahmed's dream of blood and destroyed houses. And I would know that as bad as things were, we were alive. And that was enough. Except it was not enough. Not really. I became angry, bitter. I would go to the mosque on Fridays, but my prayers felt empty. I would say the words, "Go through the motions," but my heart was not in it. I started asking questions that good Muslims are not supposed to ask. Why did Allah let this happen? Why did He let Sudan tear itself apart? Why did He let good men die while evil men prospered? I did not have answers. In September, something happened that changed everything. I was working my shift at the shopping center. It was a quiet Tuesday morning. Not many people were there. I was standing by the entrance, bored, tired, wondering if this was what the rest of my life would look like. Then I heard screaming. A woman was running toward the shopping center, carrying a child. The child was bleeding from his head. Bad bleeding. Everyone else just watched. Some people moved away, not wanting to get involved. But I am a medic. I have been a medic for 29 years. When I see someone bleeding, I do not think, I just act. I ran to the woman. "Let me help," I said in my broken English. "I am medical officer. Let me see." The child was maybe 5 years old. He had fallen and hit his head on concrete. There was a lot of blood, but head wounds always bleed a lot. I needed to see how bad it really was. I took off my security guard shirt and pressed it against the child's head to stop the bleeding. "Call ambulance," I told someone. "Quick!" The child was conscious but scared. His mother was crying. I kept pressure on the wound, talking to the child in Arabic. Then, remembering he probably did not understand, switching to simple English. "You are okay. You are okay." The ambulance came. The paramedics took over. Before they left, one of them asked me, "Are you a doctor?" "I was medical officer in Sudan, in the army." He nodded. "You did good work. You probably saved this child's life." After they left, I sat down on the ground. My hands were covered in blood. My shirt was ruined. I was shaking. But I felt something I had not felt in months. Purpose. For those few minutes, I had been who I really was. Not a security guard, not a refugee, but a medic. Someone who saves lives. The shopping center manager came out. I thought he would be angry that I had left my post, that I had made a mess. Instead, he said, "That was very brave. Very good, thank you." That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about that child, about the blood, about how natural it had felt to help him. That was who I was. That was what I was trained to do. The next day, I met a man at the mosque. His name was David. He was Ugandan, but he had recently converted to Islam. We talked after prayers. "You look troubled, brother," David said to me. I did not know why, but I told him everything. About Sudan, about my work, about feeling lost and angry and purposeless in Kampala. David listened carefully. Then he said something strange. "Have you ever thought that maybe Allah brought you here for a reason? Not to punish you, but to prepare you for something." "Prepare me for what?" I asked bitterly. "To be a security guard for the rest of my life." "I do not know," David said. "But I know that nothing happens by accident. Your son's dream, your escape, surviving the journey, ending up here, maybe it is all part of a bigger plan." "I do not see any plan," I said. "I only see chaos and suffering." David smiled. "Sometimes we cannot see the plan until it is finished. Sometimes we only understand looking backward, not looking forward." I did not know what he meant, but his words stayed with me. In October, my cousin Mustafa told me about a community health clinic in Nsambia, a neighborhood in Kampala. "They are looking for volunteers," he said, "people with medical experience to help in the clinic. They serve refugees and poor people. Maybe you could go there." At first, I said no. Why would I work for free when I barely had enough money to feed my family? But something made me go, maybe curiosity, maybe boredom, maybe that feeling I had when I helped that child at the shopping center. The clinic was run by a Christian organization. I did not know this when I went there. If I had known, I might not have gone. Muslims and Christians in Sudan, we did not really mix. But when I walked into that clinic, I saw something I did not expect. The waiting room was full of people, refugees from South Sudan, from Congo, from Somalia, from Ethiopia, and Ugandans too, poor people from the slums. All of them waiting to see a doctor. A woman at the desk asked me, "Are you here for treatment?" "No," I said. "I heard you need volunteers. I am medical officer from Sudan." Her face lit up. "Oh, praise God. Yes, we need help desperately. Our doctor is overwhelmed. Let me get Sister Grace." Sister Grace was a Ugandan nun. Small woman, maybe 60 years old, with a big smile and kind eyes. "You are a medical officer?" she asked. "Yes, 29 years in the Sudanese army. But I have no license here. I cannot practice." "You do not need a license to volunteer," she said. "You can work under our doctor's supervision. We need someone to do basic triage, treat simple wounds, give basic care. Can you do that?" "Yes," I said. "I can do that." And just like that, I started volunteering at the clinic. At first, I only went 1 day a week, then 2 days, then 3. I would work my shift as a security guard, then go to the clinic and work for free. It was exhausting, but it was also the first time since leaving Sudan that I felt like myself. I saw patients with malaria, with infections, with wounds that had not healed properly. I treated pregnant women. I treated children with malnutrition. I treated old people with diabetes and high blood pressure. And I remembered why I had wanted to become a doctor when I was young, to help people, to ease suffering. The staff at the clinic were all Christians. Sister Grace, the nurses, the other volunteers. They would pray before starting work each day. At first, I would step outside during the prayers. I am Muslim. I do not pray to Jesus. But I watched them. I watched how they treated patients. They did not ask if someone was Muslim or Christian, Ugandan or refugee, good person or bad person. They just helped everyone. One day, I was treating a man with a badly infected wound on his leg. He was in terrible pain. The wound smelled bad, full of pus. I had to clean it out, which I knew would hurt him very much. "I am sorry," I told him. "This will hurt." Sister Grace came and stood beside the man. She took his hand. "It is okay," she told him. "We are here with you. You are not alone." While I cleaned the wound, Sister Grace held the man's hand and prayed quietly. Not loud, not showing off, just quiet prayer. And the man, even though he was in pain, he became calm. He stopped screaming. He just held Sister Grace's hand and breathed deeply. After we finished, the man thanked us. He looked at Sister Grace and said, "Your God is good to send people like you to help people like me." Sister Grace smiled. "It is not my God. It is our God. God loves you very much. That is why we are here." That night, I thought about what she had said. It is not my God. It is our God. In Islam, we say Allah is the one God. Christians say God is the one God. Are they the same? Are they different? I did not know. But I knew that Sister Grace and the other Christians at the clinic, they were living their faith. They were not just praying and fasting and going to church. They were helping people. They were showing love to strangers. And I started to wonder if maybe I had been doing faith wrong my whole life. In November, I received terrible news from Sudan. Hassan, my second son, had been killed. He was not a soldier. He was an engineer. But he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. A rocket hit the building where he was working. He died instantly. When Ahmed called to tell me, I could not speak. I just held the phone and listened to my son crying, telling me that his brother was dead. Hassan was 23 years old. He was supposed to have a whole life ahead of him. He was supposed to get married, have children, grow old. Now he was gone. I stopped going to the clinic. I stopped going to the mosque. I stopped doing anything except going to my security guard job and coming home. I was so angry. Angry at the RSF, angry at the Sudanese army, angry at all the politicians and generals who had started this war. Angry at Allah for letting it happen. My wife tried to comfort me. "Hassan is with Allah now," she said. "He is at peace." "Peace?" I shouted at her. "What peace? He is dead. He was 23 years old. Where was Allah when that rocket fell? Where was the mercy? Where was the protection?" I know I should not have shouted at her. She was grieving too. But I could not control my anger. 1 week after I heard about Hassan, Sister Grace came to our apartment. Someone at the clinic had told her what happened. She brought food for my family and sat with us. "I am so sorry for your loss," she said. "No parent should have to bury their child." I did not want to talk to her. I did not want to talk to anyone, but she just sat there, quiet, present. Finally, I said to her, "You believe in God. You pray to Him. You say He is good. But how can God be good when He lets things like this happen? How can God be good when He lets innocent people die in wars they did not start?" Sister Grace looked at me with tears in her eyes. "I do not know," she said. "I do not have an answer for why God allows suffering. But I know this. God does not cause the suffering. People do. We have free will. We make choices. And sometimes those choices hurt others." "Then what good is God?" I asked bitterly. "If He does not stop the suffering, what is the point?" "He does not always stop the suffering," Sister Grace said gently. "But He enters into it. He suffers with us. When Jesus died on the cross, God Himself experienced the worst suffering humanity can give. He knows what it feels like to lose someone you love. He knows what it feels like to suffer unjustly. And He is with you now, in your pain, even if you cannot feel Him." I did not understand what she was saying. Jesus was a prophet in Islam, yes. But He did not die on a cross. That is what we believe. Allah saved Him. But Sister Grace's words stayed with me. He suffers with us. Over the next weeks, I started going back to the clinic. Not because I felt better, but because I did not know what else to do. And at the clinic, I could be useful. I could help people. I could do something that mattered. I worked harder than ever. I took every shift they would give me. I treated patients with a kind of desperate intensity. Like if I could save enough people, maybe it would make up for the ones I could not save. Maybe it would make up for Hassan. One day in December, a woman came to the clinic with her daughter. The girl was maybe 9 years old. She had been burned in a cooking fire. The burns were bad, covering her arm and part of her chest. I treated her carefully, cleaning the wounds, applying ointment, wrapping them in clean bandages. The girl was very brave. She cried, but she did not scream. Her mother watched me work. When I finished, she said, "Thank you. Thank you so much. You are an answer to prayer." "I am just doing my job," I said. "No," she said. "You are doing more than your job. You are doing God's work." "I am Muslim," I said. I do not know why. Maybe to make it clear that I was not like the Christians at the clinic. The woman smiled. "God does not care about labels. He cares about love. And you love people. I can see it in how you work. That love comes from God, whatever name you call him." That night, I could not stop thinking about what she had said. That love comes from God. Did it? I had always thought my work as a medic was just a job, just a skill I had learned. But maybe it was more than that. Maybe the desire to help people, to heal them, to ease their suffering, maybe that came from something bigger than me. It was Christmas week when everything changed. The clinic was decorated with lights and a small tree. The Christians were very happy, singing songs about Jesus being born. I did not really understand why they were so excited about a baby being born 2,000 years ago, but I could see their joy was real. On Christmas Eve, Sister Grace invited all the clinic staff and volunteers to a special dinner at her church. "Please come," she said to me. "You are part of our family here. We want you to celebrate with us." I almost said no, but my wife encouraged me. "Go," she said. "They have been kind to you. It is respectful to accept their invitation." So I went. The church was beautiful. Simple, but beautiful. It was full of people, and everyone was smiling, greeting each other, hugging. The joy in that room was overwhelming. During the service, they told the story of Jesus being born. I had heard parts of this story before, in the Quran, but the way they told it was different. They talked about how God became human, how he left heaven to come to earth, to live among us, to experience what we experience. He could have stayed in heaven, the pastor said. He could have sent angels to save us. But instead, he came himself. He became one of us. He was born as a baby in a stable, to a poor family, in a country under foreign occupation. He knew poverty. He knew suffering. He knew what it was like to be oppressed. I listened carefully. In Islam, we believe Allah is far above us. He is great, powerful, beyond our understanding. We serve him, we submit to him, but he is distant. But Christians believe God came close. He became human. He entered into human suffering. He suffers with us. That is what Sister Grace had said. After the service, there was food and singing. People were so happy. Sister Grace introduced me to many people, and everyone welcomed me warmly, even though they knew I was Muslim. One man, an older Ugandan man named John, sat with me and talked. "Sister Grace tells me you are a medical officer from Sudan," he said. "Yes," I said. "I served 29 years in the Sudanese army." "That is a long time," John said. "You must have seen many difficult things." "Yes," I said quietly. "And now you volunteer at the clinic, helping people for free, even though you have your own struggles, your own losses." I did not know what to say. "That is the love of Christ in you," John said gently, "even if you do not know it yet." "I am Muslim," I said. "Yes, I know," John said. "But love is love, no matter what name you give it. And the love that makes you care for strangers, that makes you give your time and skill to help people who cannot pay you, that love comes from God. Jesus said, the greatest commandment is to love God and love your neighbor. You are doing that. You are living what Jesus taught, even if you do not call yourself Christian." I thought about this. Was it true? Was I living what Jesus taught? I remembered all the patients I had treated. The child with the head wound at the shopping center. The man with the infected leg, the burned girl, all of them strangers. I did not know them. They could not pay me. I helped them because I could not help them. Was that love? Was that God working through me? On the way home from the church that night, I was very confused. My whole life, I had been Muslim. I prayed 5 times a day. I fasted during Ramadan. I believed in Allah and Muhammad as his prophet. But something was shifting inside me. Questions I had never asked before were rising up. In January 2024, I was working at the clinic when a man came in with a seizure. He collapsed in the waiting room, shaking violently. I ran to him, turned him on his side, made sure his airway was clear. I knew what to do. I had treated many seizures in my years as a medic. But this seizure did not stop. It went on and on. The man was turning blue. He was not breathing properly. "We need to get him to the hospital," I shouted. "Now!" We loaded him into a car. I went with him, holding his head, trying to keep his airway open. Sister Grace came too, sitting in the front seat. In the car, Sister Grace started praying. Not quiet prayer, this time, but loud, urgent prayer. "Jesus, please help this man. Please stop the seizure. Please let him breathe. Jesus, please." I did not think prayer would help. I thought we needed medicine, we needed a hospital, we needed doctors. But as Sister Grace prayed, something happened. The seizure stopped. The man stopped shaking. His breathing steadied. His color came back. By the time we reached the hospital, he was conscious, confused, exhausted, but conscious. The emergency room doctor examined him. "What medication did you give him?" he asked me. "Nothing," I said. "We did not have time. I just kept his airway clear." The doctor looked confused. "That is unusual. Usually seizures this severe require medication to stop them. You are lucky." As we drove back to the clinic, I was quiet. Sister Grace looked at me. "You are wondering about what happened," she said. "Yes," I admitted. The seizure stopped, but I did not give any medication. I did not do anything that would have stopped it. "I prayed," Sister Grace said simply, "and Jesus answered." I wanted to argue. I wanted to say it was just coincidence, just the natural course of the seizure. But I could not. I had seen too many seizures in my career. That one should not have stopped on its own. "Does that happen often?" I asked. "When you pray, does God answer?" "Sometimes yes, sometimes no," Sister Grace said. "I do not understand why. But I know that Jesus hears every prayer, and sometimes He chooses to act in ways we can see, to remind us that He is real, that He is present, that He is powerful." Over the next weeks, I started asking Sister Grace more questions about Jesus, about Christianity, about why Christians believe what they believe. She gave me a Bible. "Read the Gospel of John," she said. "It tells the story of Jesus. Just read it. See what you think." I took the Bible home and hid it. I did not want my wife to see it. She would think I was betraying Islam. But at night, when everyone was asleep, I would read. I read about Jesus healing the sick, Jesus feeding the hungry, Jesus touching lepers that everyone else avoided, Jesus spending time with tax collectors and prostitutes and outcasts. I read about Jesus getting angry at religious leaders who cared more about rules than about people. I read about Jesus forgiving people who did not deserve forgiveness. I read about Jesus dying on a cross, and the Bible said He did it willingly to pay for the sins of the world. In Islam, we do not believe Jesus died on the cross. We believe Allah saved Him. But as I read the Gospel, I thought about what Sister Grace had said. He enters into the suffering. If Jesus really did die on the cross, then God Himself experienced the worst pain humans can experience. He knows what it feels like to be betrayed by friends, to be falsely accused, to be tortured, to be killed unjustly. He knows what it feels like to suffer. And if He rose from the dead 3 days later, like the Gospel said, then death is not the end. Then there is hope. beyond the grave. I thought about Hassan, my son, dead at 23. In Islam, I believed his soul was with Allah, waiting for Judgment Day. But what if Jesus' resurrection meant something more? What if it meant Hassan could live again? Really live in a new world where there is no war, no death, no suffering? These thoughts terrified me. I was Muslim. My father was Muslim. His father was Muslim. Generations of my family had been Muslim. If I believed in Jesus, if I became Christian, I would be betraying everything my family stood for. But I could not stop thinking about it. In February, I had a dream. I was back in Sudan, in Khartoum. I was standing in front of our destroyed house. The walls were blackened by fire. The roof was gone. Everything inside was ashes. I walked through the ruins and I was crying. Everything I had built, everything I had worked for, gone. Then I heard a voice behind me. Ibrahim. I turned around. A man was standing there. I could not see his face clearly, but I knew who he was. I do not know how I knew, but I knew. It was Jesus. "Why are you crying?" he asked me. "Because I lost everything," I said. "My home, my career, my son. Everything is gone." Jesus looked at the destroyed house. Then he looked at me. "You did not lose everything. You lost things. But I gave you life. I gave you your wife. I gave you your children who are still alive. I gave you work to do that matters. I gave you purpose." "But Hassan is dead," I said. "My son is dead." "He is not dead," Jesus said gently. "He is sleeping. And one day I will wake him up. I will wake everyone up. And there will be no more death, no more war, no more suffering. I promise you this." "How do I know this is true?" I asked. "How do I know you are real?" Jesus smiled. "You already know. You have seen me at work in the clinic. You have seen me in Sister Grace's prayers. You have seen me in your own hands when you heal people. I have been with you all along, Ibrahim, even when you did not know my name." I woke up from the dream with tears on my face. My wife was still asleep beside me. It was very early, just before dawn. I got up quietly and went outside. We lived on the second floor, and there was a small balcony. I stood there, looking out over Kampala as the sun began to rise, and I prayed. Not to Allah this time, to Jesus. "Jesus," I whispered, "if you are real, if you are God, if you really died for me and rose again, I want to know you. I want to follow you. I do not understand everything. I have many questions. But I believe you are real. I believe you saved my life. I believe you have a purpose for me. Please, show me what to do." I stood there for a long time, watching the sunrise. I did not hear a voice. I did not see a vision. But I felt something. Peace. Deep peace. Like I had not felt in years. It was the same peace I had seen on the faces of Sister Grace and John and all the other Christians at the clinic. Vishaush, peace that comes from knowing you are loved. Truly loved. Not because of what you do or how good you are, but just because you exist. God loves you. That is what they always said. And for the first time, I believed it was true. The next day, I went to Sister Grace. "I need to talk to you," I said. We sat in her small office at the clinic. I told her about the dream, about my questions, about everything I had been reading and thinking. "I want to follow Jesus," I said, "but I am afraid. If I become Christian, my wife might leave me. My family in Sudan will disown me. Other Muslims here might hurt me. I could lose everything again." Sister Grace took my hand. "Following Jesus is costly," she said. "He never promised it would be easy. In fact, he promised it would be hard. But he also promised he would be with us. Always, no matter what happens." "What should I do?" I asked. "Pray about it," she said. "Do not rush. This is the most important decision of your life. Take time. Seek Jesus. He will guide you." For 2 weeks I prayed. I read the Bible. I talked to Sister Grace and John and other Christians at the clinic. I wrestled with doubts and fears. And finally, I knew what I had to do. On March 3rd, 2024, I was baptized. It was at Sister Grace's church on a Sunday morning. They asked me if I wanted to wait, to think about it more. But I said no, I was ready. They asked me questions in front of the whole church. Do you believe that Jesus is the Son of God? Do you believe he died for your sins? Do you believe he rose from the dead? Do you commit to following him for the rest of your life? To each question, I answered, yes, I believe, I commit. Then they immersed me in water. When I came up out of the water, everyone was clapping and singing and praising God. Sister Grace hugged me, crying, "Welcome to the family, Brother Ibrahim." I was now a Christian, a follower of Jesus, and I felt free. My wife was not happy when I told her. She cried. She said I had betrayed Islam, betrayed my family, betrayed her. "How can I be married to a Christian?" she asked. "What will people say? What will our children think?" "I am still the same man," I told her. "I still love you. I still love our children, but I have found the truth. Jesus is the truth, and I cannot deny him." She did not speak to me for days. It was very hard, but I prayed for her, and I kept being a good husband, a good father. I kept working. I kept providing for my family. Slowly, very slowly, she started to soften. One day she said, "You are different. Since you became Christian, you are more peaceful, less angry. You smile more." "Jesus changed me," I said simply. "I do not understand this Jesus," she said, "but I see what he has done in you, and it is good." My children were confused but accepting, Ahmed especially. He called me from Sudan, and I told him everything. "Baba," he said, "do you remember when I told you about my dream? About seeing you in a different country? And you looked different, like you had become a different person." "Yes," I said. "This is it," Ahmed said. "This is what I saw. You found what you were looking for your whole life, but did not know you were looking for it." And he was right. Today I am still in Kampala. I still work as a security guard. But I also work at the clinic, treating patients, showing them the love of Christ. I am training to become a certified community health worker, so I can do more. Sister Grace is helping me with this. My wife has started coming to church with me sometimes. She has not become Christian yet, but she is asking questions. She is seeking. And I trust that Jesus will reveal himself to her in his time. Zainab is still with us. Her husband was killed in the fighting in Khartoum. She grieves, but she is also finding healing. She has started helping at the clinic too. Ahmed and Omar are still in Sudan. The war continues. Every day I pray for their safety. Every day I trust that God is protecting them. I do not know if I will ever go back to Sudan. I do not know if I will ever see my homeland again. Maybe when the war ends. Maybe in a few years. Maybe never. But I know this. Jesus saved my life. Not just physically, when Ahmed's dream warned me to flee, but spiritually. He saved me from my anger, my bitterness, my emptiness. He gave me purpose. He gave me peace. He gave me hope. And now I want to share that hope with others. There are many refugees here in Kampala. Many of them are Muslims from Sudan, from Somalia, from other countries. They are angry. They are bitter. They have lost everything, just like I did. I want to tell them, there is hope. There is a God who sees you, who knows your suffering, who loves you. His name is Jesus, and he can give you peace that this world cannot give. Some of them will reject me. Some of them will call me a traitor, an apostate. That is okay. I understand. I was them once. But maybe some will listen. Maybe some will seek. Maybe some will find Jesus, like I did. And that is why I am here today, telling you my story. Because if my son had not had that dream, I would be dead. My whole family would be dead. But God warned us. He saved us. He brought us to Uganda. He brought me to that clinic. He brought me to Sister Grace. He brought me to the Bible. Every step was planned. Every step had a purpose. And now I am here, a follower of Jesus, serving refugees and poor people at a small clinic in Kampala. This is not the life I planned, but it is the life God planned for me. And I am grateful. Let me pray for you now. Father God, I thank you for everyone here today. I thank you for saving me, for calling me, for changing me. I pray for anyone who is running from war, from suffering, from loss. Please protect them. Please guide them. Please reveal yourself to them. I pray for my family still in Sudan. Please keep them safe. I pray for all the people still suffering in this war. Please bring peace. And I pray for anyone here who does not know Jesus yet. Please open their hearts. Help them to see that you are real, that you love them, that you have a purpose for their lives. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for never giving up on us. In Jesus' name, amen.